Come here to talk about rodeo. Man, that was Jeremy Swain's thing when he was alive. I only have been to 3 rodeos. And my marriage to Betsy, 72 in Dallas, 74 in Ballinger, and 80 at the Dam Ranch. I told Betsy I don't care about rodeo. Of course, the thing you ever cared about, it was watching Urban Cowboy. Come on, Claude, Jim said. We rode trailways and Greyhound all over West Texas in the 60s. Wildcatting. While some of the kids were putting on headbands and long hair and smoking reefers. I remember waking up to you smoking a joint back in '66 when we struck oil in Georgetown, Texas. That night, Crazy Carl was preaching peace and love at a time we were supposed to be having race riots up there in Georgetown. He may have saved the oil fields, but he was a panty waste. Do you remember I ran him off the next day? Get rich to support the anti-war movement. What the hell kind of man is that? He is your brother. Got to get too much of my dad and him. Softy. That's why he walked out on Mama. He left us to fend for ourselves. "1961, Rich Pickens in the oil field. Remember Cindy Orville? And Betsy Swain was nowhere near on your radar. Julie Campbell. I wanted to marry her, but her daddy said I was too dirt poor for her. 6:10 a.m. Gerald returns back to his room. When his dorm telephone rings, it's Brad. I wanted to tell you that I left the Methodist Church because they don't fully believe in eternal security. I'm going with my aunt and cousin back to First Baptist. Well, good for you. Have you found the church home yet? I'm a member of the Spirit Club. I wish you'd reconsider. Why don't we go to dinner Saturday night? We can talk about it. Oh, JR, I got better things to do. JR hangs up the phone in disgust. He picks up the phone and calls his grandmother because he knows she'll be up. I told you what would happen when you hop on over to that church with that feminist princess and that ferret Brad. Grandma, please. Next thing you know, here comes a phone call from that Alpha Jim Bob Horton asking you to kiss and make up with Brad. Your mama and daddy don't like him, Junior. I'm getting Darren to take me to the Bible study. And if he starts in on me, I'll make sure I have Darren take me back. JR, he ain't right for you. He wears that throwback greaser haircut. Your granddad would be ashamed to be seen with him in public. "6:50 a.m. At the Spirit Club, JR is having boiled eggs and toast for breakfast with Brent Clark. Man, stay away from Brad. I knew he would hurt you again. I'm going to the Thursday Bible studies for fellowship, not to please Brad. How do you know Karen's not dating Brad? Why should I care? To tell you the truth, she and I were over when she talked crap about Ken. You need to learn Brad's a snob. Stuck up, okay? A name dropper. Smarty pants. I'd like to punch him in the face. "7:25 a.m. JR walks into his dorm room when his cell phone rings. It's Ken. I heard about what Brad says. I hope that don't mean you're not coming down next weekend," Ken said. "Of course I'm coming down next weekend. I have a debate against Odessa University College on the 12th after the NFB meeting." "Well, if it's alright, I want to ride with you and Darren to the meeting. I'm not riding with Jim Bob or Brad. It's okay with me. I mean, where does he get off not wanting to hang out with you this weekend? Of course, if he can't be with Karen, he's at the economics club with Anna all the time. No wonder I don't hang around him that much." 9 a.m. Business and professional speech class is about to begin. To start. And Brett and JR talk. "You okay, JR? I've seen better and I've done better. Your friend Ken, you should bring him around a lot more than that ferret Brad. I'm considering it. Every time I bring him around Swainfield, it's like he's a part of the family." Professor Diedrich makes her way to the front of the auditorium. "This morning, we are going to be dealing with group problem solving. Mr. Hendrick, if you could bring us forth the case." Melvin Distributors faces a class action lawsuit for product liability. Assemble a crisis team and spend 40 minutes discussing solving the problem. Mrs. Diedrich was speechless. Not bad. At 11 a.m., JR goes into a private room at the lab to work on his Spanish lab. 12 p.m. JR is having smothered burritos for lunch with Brent Clark and Bill Holden. So my dad got me a special internship at the American Enterprise Institute in Austin, writing speeches for one of their members. Yeah, well, I got to be one of Dad's interns. I get to be one of Dad's interns this summer. Yeah, we're always stuck with my cousin writing copy this summer. Stephen at Austin University, Brent said. I look forward to Washington, D.C., getting away from Brad. I'm gonna miss Ken, though, Gerald said. What are you doing this summer? Patterson Consortium in Abilene. Staying with my brother. 1 p.m. The Railroad Commission meeting is underway. Things are going reasonably well, except for Jim found out that his private audience with the governor for lunch the next day had been canceled. 1:30 p.m. The meeting being over, Jim calls for the stretch limo with Betsy, and Claude to pick him up. It seems he had been denied an audience with Ann Richards, the governor of Texas. Riding back to the hotel, everyone could tell that Jim was sullen and perturbed. (2 p.m.) While J.R. is working on some projects in Lubbock, his father takes a dip in the hotel swimming pool to soothe his bruised ego. Being snubbed by the governor was something that he was never to forget. His father-in-law had gone through the same thing in March of 1986 and vowed to bring down the governor, Mark White. Now with Jim, history was about to repeat itself. 4:40 p.m. Coming back from his swim, Jim announces to Betsy and Claude that he has an idea. Turns out that George W. Bush was announcing his candidacy for governor in 1992. Jim learned that Bush had a home in the Tanglewood area of Houston, and he thought he might go up for lunch Friday for an audience with who he figured would be the next future governor. Ain't they gonna put you at odds with Clinton? Ain't they gonna put you at odds with Clinton? Claudette says. Nobody has to know it was me until it's too late. Get this. My cousin Joe, by an uncle on my father's side, has a boy going to school at Texas Tech. He's starting law school. Just happens he needs some volunteer time. So I put him with Dale Allen with the faculty. I put him on the Bush campaign. I kept my lawyers out in front and front. And through the Jeremy Swain Foundation for Land Preservation. And there you go. Whatever you say goes, Betsy says. You've got to be kidding me, Claude says. No. He's doing what Daddy would have done at a time like this. And I don't blame him. 5 p.m. Jared gets off from work and goes straight to his dorm room and lies down. Kevin McDonald walks in. Did something happen? Kevin asked. Yeah, Brad happened, Jared said. He showed up at my work because he can't believe I've dropped out of the Disability Steering Committee and Commission and the Mission MB South High Club. Anybody around campus knows what a snob ferret dunce Brad is. I graduated from Donovan Prep in Richardson. He'll never get prep school out of his system, JR. So just stay away from him. Tell her back.